Hi, 6th to 8th grade. Today we're going to be doing a bunny. Zoe's going to be my helper.
Hi guys, this is actually really hard.
Yeah, we're going to do this picture right here. All right. We're going to definitely add more tones and texture than we have been in our other lessons. Let's get started. Here's your paper.
I hope you like it, first graders.
I'm going to back up a little bit.
Are these first graders?
No, 6th through 8th. At the
I
top.
hope you like it, 6th through 8th.
At the top of your picture, not too high because you want to have room for ears. We're going to do a circle. Hold on. There we go. There's your circle. So I'm going to back up so you can see how much of my room I'm not using right now. You can make it even bigger if you want to, but not higher. I wouldn't go any higher than this because the ears, you won't have room for those ears. You see?
I accidentally did that.
Next step.
I accidentally did that.
Use your eraser. Next step, I'm going to do basically like a hot dog around that circle. Fix any mistakes. All right. Before we move on, we're going to erase our connecting line.
This is so easy.
Oh yeah?
So far it's easy. So far it's easy, guys.
All right. Now I do not like this point over here. We're going to change that into a curve. And then erase the inside. All right, so now it's more smooth transition. We are going to add a big belly.
Big.
That's too big and that's too skinny, Zoe. The bunny is fluffy. All right, so here is the beginning of my body. All right.
I'm not done yet.
Might be too long. I might make it a little shorter. Okay, so this is what I'm going with. This is Zoe's. All right. So next step, we are going to add 2 ears.
Well, I didn't have a better ear.
Yeah. While we're there, you can do the inside of your ear. Okay. Towards where we erased that line, you see where we erased it? We want to add, that might be too low. Hold on. Let's go higher.
I meant cuter.
Okay, so we're going to do an upside down triangle. Upside down triangle. Then you're going to do a straight line down coming from that triangle.
Hello.
You see it? Then you're going to do, it doesn't necessarily have to be a happy face. It just has to be 2 letter C's. One going that way, one going this way. It's actually kind of cuter if you don't make it too happy for this particular piece. Okay, let's add some other features. We'll come back to the face later. In the body, all right, I'm going to add the beginning of our foot on each side. But notice where I put it.
What?
It's the most important, okay? You want to leave a little space.
You mean I'll put
on each side, okay? Now erase the line of the body going through that foot.
I'm more of a sketcher.
And we are going to bring up this line.
To where?
Right around halfway in the body. Okay. And I'm going to bring up this line a little bit. Ah, my hands got stuck. And bring up this line a little bit. And now we're going to add the back foot on this side.
Mama, how about mine?
Imaganay.
Like it.
And the back foot on this side. Let me see Zoe's. Doing good. Okay. For the back foot on this side, you want to erase the connecting line. And I'm going to fix this kind of messy corner I don't like.
Why not that side? We're not erasing.
We're going to erase part of this side, not all of it.
I'm going to erase all of it.
All right. Okay. We came a long way. Next step. Inside the face. Let's go back to the face, right where the nose ends, okay, on the same line. We're going to have an upside down C and an upside down C.
Where?
Right at the same line where the nose ends, in the beginning of our eyes. Okay, on top of that C, you're going to do a big U.
I don't want mine to be awake. I want it to be cute.
Okay.
Look.
That's cute. I
Winking.
like Zoe's winking, yes. So we're going to do that on both eyes. And you're going to do a little circle and a little circle.
I don't need to do any of that.
Okay. Let's see. Next.
Next is fur.
Well, before the... Yeah, there's lots of shading and fur. You're right. But let's add some toes.
Mama.
Yes.
You forgot to do this part.
The whole fur ball of our bunny needs to have texture. So, we're gonna...
Mama, you forgot to do that part.
What part?
That part.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Let's add some whiskers.
And the whiskers you forgot.
So we need to add... I don't like how high my forehead is. I'm gonna bring it lower and just make the ears longer. Yes, that's a good solution. Instead of erasing everything, I'm just going to make there. That makes a huge difference.
What?
I brought the forehead a little lower. It was too high, in my opinion.
I don't need to do a forehead, do I?
No. Yours is fine. Okay, so now we're going to add texture.
It's done.
No, not necessarily. The whole thing, you need to make it look like it has fur. So we got to change all these straight lines.
Like, change the whole thing, even the ears?
Yeah, we'll do that too.
I'm doing the ears.
Okay, I made my bunny a little too chubby. This one's less chubby. This one's even more chubby, but that's okay. Very well-fed bunny. That's all right. Okay, let's make this area a little darker. Now, some of this you can do with crayons. We'll do that in a minute, but I just kind of want to show you. So I think too much texture, baby. Too much texture.
It's too chubby.
Yeah?
Yeah, too chubby.
Okay, once you do the crayons, don't forget to color in the eyes.
I don't need
the
to
color
in the eyes. I don't
and
need
the nose. Just leave that circle
Mama,
white.
should I do the grass?
Hold on, we're going to create a background first, Zoe.
I want it.
Okay, and then this area will be darker, textured. Wow, he's really a fluffy bunny.
This is how high it goes. I'm looking at the picture.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it.
Okay, so here's my bunny. So I'm going to decide where is my bunny. In this picture, I put him like in some long grass. I like that idea. So create a horizon line.
I already did that.
Good.
Without you.
And then create your background. I'm going to put like he's sitting in this grassy I don't know what, but he's sitting in it. Maybe he has lots of carrots in front of him. That's a cute idea. Since my bunny definitely likes to eat, I'm gonna put a carrot
in a grassy field. And I'm gonna do a sun. A cute little sun. Smiling. Ding, ding, ding. I'm done. Now I'm gonna color.
Okay, you start coloring. You're gonna finish before I do.
I'm gonna finish before you. And this time I'm gonna do a gray bunny.
Okay.
Which color are you gonna do your bunny?
So in the sky.
Mama, what color are you gonna do your bunny?
I'll do a faraway tree. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna do some tree over here.
Oh, gray. Oh, gray. Can I just color it in with my pencil?
You can.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pause this and color a little bit, and then come back and forth.
I'm already starting to color.
Zoe, quiet. I'm gonna do the sky from dark to light, and the grassy area in the back from light to dark, and then I'll press play again. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here with my dark blue in my sky. I'm gonna basically press my crayon a little less for my medium tone. So notice, because you don't want to stripe, just press it a little less because you want it to gradually go from dark to light. I missed some spots up here. All right, so notice how I'm gonna go down to do my medium until about here. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3.
I love you guys.
Okay. Then for my lightest tone, I'm just gonna press really light. And then even after you do this press really light, you know, you can even add some other colors of blue to give it a little more just
texture.
No, it's not texture, just a better color. Oh. Okay, so I'm just kind of adding that. I want to get rid of that stripe up here. I don't like it. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing this my whole sky. So it's dark, medium, and light until your horizon line, then you stop. Okay, now notice what I'm doing with the grass. I went from a lime, very light lime green, to kind of a medium lime. Then I mixed that and regular green together here. So it's kind of like 4 tones happening, and then dark green on the bottom. And I'm going to do that across, skipping my leaves for now. Zoe wants to show you her finished picture, even though I'm not finished. That's Zoe's. Very cute, Zoe. Good job. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now I've done the grass area. Notice I put kind of darker below the bunny because, you know, it's the shadow. Shadow, no, not texture. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the grass. You have to pick a side that you want your sun to be coming from. Obviously it's the top, but is it gonna be left or right? Let's all do it together on one side. I'm gonna go with left this time. So that means everything, all the long grass on the left needs to be lighter. The right needs to be darker. In the middle, make a medium color. I will do one and show you. For one grass, I started with doing the light green 3/4, and then I stopped. Now I'm gonna add dark green in the middle, lightly, for my middle tone. And then I'm gonna add my dark tone on the very right. I wish I had more shades of green so it wouldn't blend in with the grass in the back, but that's okay. So now there's my one long grass. I'm going to do the same thing, the same technique to all those. Here is my grass. All right, so now I'm going to do the carrots. The top of the carrots is going to be light, and then medium and dark. All right. These are the 3 colors I used for my carrots. This was my light, this was my medium, and this was my dark. Yeah. So most carrots have details on them, so I'm going to use the dark to kind of go in there and do some textured. Okay.
And a little bit of light, right?
No, that's enough. Okay. Now for my tree.
You're supposed to do that green.
The top of my tree, light, medium, dark, and then I'll talk about texture afterwards. So let's start with that, and we'll do the tree trunk after as well. Okay, so here's the top of my tree, but it looks very boring. Light, medium, dark. We need to add details. I mean, if all else fails, you can just do letter C's all over the place, or you could just kind of do scribble scrabble just to kind of give it texture. Use the dark and use the light. In this case, lime and the dark, and just kind of give it some texture. This is a lot more fun when you have paint. We're gonna make do. All right, now for my tree trunk. This side is going to be lighter, but not so much because most of the tree is not in the picture. So we're going to go dark and medium, basically. We can skip the light on this particular part. And there's my tree trunk. Okay, I just kind of did medium by doing orange and brown lightly together. Light orange and brown. And then brown. Okay, so now my bunny. The question is, what color? I think I'm going to go with gray and black. Any black you're going to use on this bunny, like the eyeballs, if you notice the dark eyes and all that detail, you're going to do at the very end. Do all your light grays first. So I'm going to do that. I'll just hold it. So I'm going to add my texture anywhere that's gray. I'll kind of fill it in, all this fuzz. I'll do lightly in the middle. Lightly give it some dark here. So I'm giving tones as I'm adding texture at the same time. This takes practice. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Pause my video whenever you need to catch up, basically. Under his eyes, let's give it some cheeks. So tones can definitely change a simple, boring picture. When you're giving something a three-dimensional look. See, this is the one without tones, and then here's one with tones, and it's a huge difference. Nothing is one flat color. If you look at your arm, we've done this in class. If you look at your arm underneath the light, it will appear to be lighter at the top. And then you flip your arm around, it'll appear to be lighter at the bottom of your arm when you flip your bottom part of your arm towards the light. Same thing. So tones, lights and darks. Whenever you're around light, you're gonna have lights and darks. And that's what makes something look three-dimensional, at least for this type of art. If you're doing something different, then you don't need any of this. But it's still good to know the basics. Even when you have your own style that may not include three-dimensional look. Maybe you are into a flat looking artwork. You still want to learn the basics. Okay, so that's most of my tones for that. I'm going to do a little bit of gray all over. Imagining there's a bend in my arm around here somewhere. So I'm going to give it a tone, some gray over there. Okay, that should be it. Now I'm going to look for my black. Here's my black. So the black you want to use very sparingly. You can definitely use it here and there. I'm going to kind of use it for more texture and just the really darkest parts. Be careful with that eye. Okay, there's one. If you have color pencils, this would be ideal. It's definitely harder to do detail work with a crayon. But if I can do it, you can do it. I did lose that little circle. It's now a slither of a circle. Oh well. Still somewhat there. Nose, let's fill that in. Not as dark as dye. And you want to add your whiskers. Not too dark. And your mouth. And here and there you want to add your texture. Don't press too hard with the black, just a little bit. I would darken up here, sorry, and on the very bottom. And the bottom of his feet, or her feet. And then the toes. All right, did I do this part? I can't remember. Let's give it some fur around here. All right, I think my bunny's done. So here is your Easter, spring, but oh, let's do some, okay, clouds. You don't want to just leave it white. We're not in kindergarten anymore, junior high. You want to add some texture, some grays here and there. Maybe the white you leave at the very top. Maybe very lightly pressing with the black at the bottom. Okay, there you go. More realistic looking. So this is the end of my picture. Hope you enjoyed and had fun. I can't wait to see your pictures.